When no one claps for you, clap for yourself. When no one believes in you, that's when you prove them wrong, not by talking, but by doing. Let's be real. There will be seasons in your life when nobody believes in you. Not your friends, not your family, not even the people you thought would always be there. And in that silence, in that loneliness, something powerful happens. You meet you. Because when no one believes in you, that's the moment you either break or you build yourself. You see, belief is not a gift someone gives you. It's a muscle, and it grows only when you're forced to use it alone. Maybe they laughed at your dream. Maybe they said you weren't good enough. Maybe they told you, be realistic. But here's the truth. Realistic never changed the world. Every person who did something great, every inventor, every athlete, every entrepreneur, had a moment where no one saw what they saw. And instead of giving up, they said, I'll show you. So what do you do when no one believes in you? You start believing harder. You get up earlier. You work in silence. You stop explaining your dream to people who don't have the vision to see it. You make progress your proof. Because here's the thing, the people who doubt you today will be the ones asking how you did it tomorrow. But that only happens if you don't stop now. You've got to be willing to look foolish before you look fearless. You've got to keep going when nobody's watching. You've got to stop waiting for approval and give yourself permission to rise. The next time someone says you can't, don't argue. Outwork them. The next time they underestimate you, thank them. Because their disbelief is the fuel that will light your fire. One day, you'll look back and realize that being doubted was the best thing that ever happened to you. Because it forced you to believe in yourself in a way no one else ever could. So stop waiting for someone to say you're enough. You already are. And if no one believes in you right now, perfect. That's your sign to become unbelievable. When no one supports you, something changes inside you. At first, it feels like a punch to the gut. That quiet moment when you realize nobody's coming to cheer for you. Nobody's clapping for your progress. Nobody even sees the work you're doing. It's lonely, it's heavy, and it can make you question everything. But that silence, that emptiness is not punishment. It's the beginning of your strength being built. Because when no one else's voice is around to tell you, keep going, the only voice left is your own. That's when you learn what you're really made of. Think about it. When you're surrounded by encouragement, it's easy to keep moving. It's easy to stay confident when people are applauding your every step. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. Growth happens in the quiet moments when you doubt yourself, when you're unsure, when you've got every reason to quit and still decide to show up. That's what separates those who talk about their dreams from those who actually live them. Silence has a strange power. It strips away the noise, the validation, the opinions, and it leaves you with the truth. It asks, do you really want this, or do you just want people to notice you want this? And that's a hard question, because sometimes we chase approval disguised as ambition. We want to win, but we also want to be seen winning. When you're alone, you can't fake it. You can't perform. You're forced to confront your own motives. You begin to realize that the only person who can push you forward is the one staring back at you in the mirror. When the world goes quiet, it's not the end. It's the start of a conversation with yourself. You start saying things like, okay, no one believes in me right now, but what if I do? You start showing up not because someone expects you to, but because you promised yourself you would. That's when strength starts to grow. That's when your self-belief starts to harden into something unshakable. You stop needing approval, you stop needing permission, and you start trusting your own direction. And the beautiful part is, the moment you begin trusting yourself, you start hearing a new kind of noise, your own momentum. That sound of quiet effort day after day becomes louder than any praise. You start to feel unstoppable not because someone told you you could be, but because you proved it to yourself. That's real strength, not built on applause, not built on validation, but built in the silence that everyone else avoids. So when the silence comes, don't run from it. Lean into it. Let it shape you, let it test you, let it break away everything fake and weak. Because what's left after that silence? A version of you that doesn't need to be believed in. A version of you that believes anyway. And that's where everything truly begins. You don't earn belief by talking about what you're going to do. You earn it by doing it when nobody's watching. The truth is, people don't doubt your potential out of cruelty. They doubt it because they haven't seen the proof yet, and that's okay. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to build evidence through action. Every small step you take, every quiet hour of effort, every time you show up when it would be easier to stop, that's you earning belief, one action at a time. When you start something new, no one can see what you see. They don't feel the fire inside you or understand the vision in your head. You can't expect them to. That's why it's a mistake to waste your time trying to persuade people with words. You can't talk someone into believing in your dream. You can only make them believe when they watch you refuse to quit. When they see you take action again and again, even when it doesn't make sense, that's when they begin to notice. But by then, you won't even need their belief, because you'll already have your own. Action has a power that words will never have. Every time you act, you create a ripple. You shift energy, you move something forward. Even if no one sees it, even if the progress feels invisible, the universe keeps score. You're building something solid underneath the surface. You're proving to yourself that you're serious. And that's what changes everything. The day you realize you don't need someone else to believe in you, because your consistency already proves your worth. There's a moment that comes in every journey where the hype dies, the excitement fades, the motivation disappears, and that's the moment most people quit because they think belief should come first. But belief doesn't lead to action. Action leads to belief. You don't wait until you feel confident to start, you start, and that's what builds confidence. You don't wait for people to say you're capable. You keep moving until they have no choice but to admit it. When you commit to action, you separate yourself from the crowd. The world is full of people who talk about what they want. Very few are willing to do the boring, uncomfortable, unglamorous work that success requires. You might not see results right away, but if you stay consistent, you'll start to notice a shift. Your skills get sharper. Your habits get stronger. Your faith in yourself starts to grow. That's the real reward of showing up, not the applause, but the quiet pride of knowing you're becoming who you said you'd be. So don't waste time defending your dream with explanations. Let your results be your defense. Let your effort speak the truth, because belief built on words fades fast, but belief earned through action lasts forever. When people don't believe in you, it can feel like rejection. It hurts. It feels personal. It makes you question your worth and your potential. But what if rejection isn't meant to break you? What if it's meant to redirect you? Every no, every closed door, every time someone says you're not enough, is the world's way of pointing you toward the version of yourself that is. You may not see it right away, but rejection is often just redirection dressed in disappointment. It's life removing what's not meant for you so you can find what is. When someone tells you that you can't, it's not a statement about your capability. It's a reflection of their limitation. People can only see you through the lens of their own belief system. If they've never done what you're trying to do, they can't imagine it being possible. But that doesn't make them right. Their disbelief isn't your truth unless you choose to make it so. Rejection becomes a mirror, showing you how much faith you have in yourself versus how much you depend on others to validate you. It forces you to decide, are you doing this because you need approval or because you know deep down it's what you're meant for? Every great success story begins with rejection. The world didn't believe in the dreamers, the risk takers, or the innovators at first. They were told no 1,000 times. They were laughed at, ignored, dismissed. But those rejections became fuel. They learned that rejection wasn't the end. It was a test to see if they were serious enough to keep going when no one said yes. If everything came easily, you'd never grow the strength or the discipline needed to handle the success waiting on the other side. Rejection builds that strength. It shapes you into someone who can handle what's coming next. Every rejection teaches you something if you let it. Maybe it shows you what to improve. Maybe it redirects your energy toward a better opportunity. Maybe it forces you to think differently, to be more creative, to develop grit. You start realizing that the moments you thought were the worst things that ever happened were actually turning points. Those no's pushed you down paths you never would have walked otherwise. They introduced you to people, skills, and lessons that shaped your future. The truth is, rejection isn't a signal to stop. It's a signal to shift. It's not saying, you can't have this. It's saying, not like this. Life has a way of guiding you toward what aligns with your real purpose, and rejection is one of the tools it uses. You might not understand it in the moment, but one day you'll look back and thank every person who doubted you, every door that closed, every moment that broke your heart. Because without them, you never would have discovered your true direction. Your vision is yours for a reason. It was planted inside you, not them. No one else was supposed to see it, feel it, or understand it the way you do. That's why expecting others to believe in your dream the same way you do will only lead to frustration. People can't connect to something they've never seen before. They can't feel your passion, your calling, or the fire that keeps you up at night. It's yours, and it's not their job to understand it. It's your job to protect it, nurture it, and bring it to life. So many dreams die not because they were impossible, but because the dreamer waited for permission. They waited for someone to say, yes, you should do this, or that's a great idea. But the truth is, you may never hear those words. People will project their fears onto you. They'll tell you to be realistic, to play it safe, to stick to what's known. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to protect you based on what they believe is possible, but their limits don't have to become yours. You can't let small minds convince you that your dream is too big. Your vision will often feel lonely because it's meant to. Vision requires solitude. It's in that space of being misunderstood that you learn how to trust your intuition. You start realizing that you don't need validation to move forward. You just need courage. You don't need everyone to understand your journey. You just need to take the next step anyway. And over time, the same people who questioned you will be the ones asking how you did it. That's the irony. Once the results show up, the belief follows. But belief can't come before proof, and proof only comes through action. The people around you are not required to get it. They don't have your perspective. They haven't seen what you've seen or experienced what you've felt. You were chosen to carry this vision for a reason. And if you spend your energy trying to explain it to everyone, you'll drain yourself before you ever get started. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your process. Some people are only meant to see the finished product. And that's okay. You have to become comfortable walking alone for a while. You have to build your dream quietly, protect it from negativity, and let your progress speak when the time is right. Every great vision starts as something unbelievable. That's what makes it powerful. The moment you stop needing others to see it is the moment you start bringing it to life. Because once you understand that your vision is yours alone, you stop chasing understanding and start chasing execution. You stop waiting for belief and start creating proof. And when that happens, the world eventually catches up to what you already knew all along. Doubt can be a heavy thing to carry. It feels like a constant whisper in the back of your mind saying, "You're not ready," or "You're not enough." And when that doubt doesn't just come from inside you, but from the people around you, it can feel suffocating. Yet the truth is, doubt isn't your enemy. It's fuel, if you know how to use it. Every time someone says you can't, every time someone underestimates you, you're being handed energy. You can either let it drain you or let it drive you. The difference is in how you choose to respond. When people doubt you, they're giving you an opportunity to prove something not to them, but to yourself. It's easy to stay motivated when everyone believes in you. It's easy to push forward when people are cheering you on. But when all you hear is doubt, when all you see is skepticism, that's when you have a chance to build real strength. Because every time you move forward despite that noise, you're showing yourself that your belief doesn't depend on anyone else. You're showing yourself that your willpower is stronger than their opinions. Think about the people who've achieved incredible things. Every one of them faced doubt. They were told they weren't good enough, smart enough, talented enough. But instead of listening, they turned that doubt into drive. They let every insult, every rejection, every smirk light a fire inside them. They understood something most people don't doubt is a signal that you're stepping into new territory. People only doubt what they don't understand. And if they don't understand your dream, that means you're doing something original. You have to stop taking doubt personally and start using it strategically. When someone doubts you, let that be your motivation to work harder, to go deeper, to master your craft until there's no room left for question. Let every negative comment become a silent promise to yourself that you will not give them the satisfaction of being right. Every time you feel underestimated, channel that energy into action. Show them and yourself what happens when determination meets doubt. The most powerful thing you can do is transform that external negativity into internal power. Turn "you can't" into "watch me." Turn every eye roll into another rep, another page, another hour of practice. Eventually, the same people who doubted you will have no choice but to respect you. But by that point, you won't even care about their validation anymore. You'll realize that their disbelief was never the problem. Your reaction to it was. When you stop letting doubt weaken you and start letting it drive you, everything changes. You move differently. You think sharper. You work smarter. You stop being discouraged by what people say and start being inspired by what they don't believe you can do. Because nothing hits harder than success that was fueled by doubt and earned through unshakable persistence. When no one believes in you, it can feel like the whole world is against you. It can make you doubt your path, your purpose, and even yourself. But the truth is, those moments are not here to destroy you. They're here to reveal you. They're here to strip away everything fake, everything fragile, and show you what you're really made of. You don't build greatness when everything is easy and everyone approves. You build greatness when it's just you, your dream, and your discipline. So, when you feel alone, remember this: you are not behind, you are not invisible, and you are not failing, you are being prepared. Every lonely night, every quiet morning, every moment of doubt is shaping the strength you'll need for what's coming next. The people who don't believe in you now are not your problem. They're your motivation. Because one day, they will see the results of the work you're doing in silence, and they'll call it luck. But you'll know better. You'll know it was faith. It was persistence. It was you. Don't waste your energy chasing validation. Don't get distracted proving yourself to people who gave up on their own dreams. You owe them nothing. You owe yourself everything. Believe when no one else does. Keep showing up. Keep working. Keep choosing progress over praise. Because the day you stop needing people to believe in you is the day you truly become unstoppable. If you're listening to this right now, take a breath, because you're still in the fight. You haven't given up. You're still showing up, even when it's hard. That's strength. That's courage. That's what winners are made of. The world may not see it yet, but they will. And when they do, it'll be because you refused to quit when everyone else did. So stand tall, believe harder, and keep moving forward. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. You don't need anyone's belief to begin. You are the proof that one person with enough heart, hunger, and discipline can change everything. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And most of all, thank you for not giving up on yourself, on your dream, and on what's possible. Keep going, keep believing, and remember, when no one believes in you, that's the perfect time to believe harder than ever. Until next time, stay focused, stay strong, and never stop chasing the life you were born to live. Thank you and take care.